Hi guys, welcome to the War on Debt class. I am so excited that all of you have decided to join, and I'm really proud of you for taking this step to really tackle the debt that you have. And I know that this can be kind of a scary thing to sign on for, and it's not going to be super easy. This is going to be tough, but I am really proud of you guys, and I hope that you're excited to really push through the habits that we've kind of created and the things that we just do without realizing it that get us in that debt snowball. So I'm really excited, and I want to tell you, I do not have everything figured out. I need this class just as much as you do, so don't feel like I am in a better place than you. It's a constant battle, and it's something we continually have to learn, because we live in a culture that is very much about keeping up with the Joneses, spend, spend, spend. We've all learned how to kind of entertain ourselves in a way with spending, so I need to learn just as much as you do. So for this first week, we will not have an actual class that we will be doing. We're going to start doing a video class next week, and it will be one night a week, and we will do that for 4 weeks. So we'll pick a day, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So for this week, what you're going to be in charge of doing, because it's September, I want you to take and print off your August bank statement. Now this is going to be for you. This is not we're not going to post our bank statements in the class or in the group. This is totally for you. And what your homework this week will be is, so print off your August bank statement. And for me, I had to print off how we do it is we have a credit card that we kind of run all our expenses through, and then we just pay it off at the end of the month because it's an Air Miles card. So if you are like that, make sure you print off your credit card too. If you have any credit cards that you use, print them off, even especially the ones that have debt on them, so we can start paying down those debts. So what you're going to do is you're going to print off your bank statement. So this is mine. So it'll look something like that. This is my credit card statement because, like I said, we put a lot of our expenses on our credit card. Let me see if I can find the bank statement. And I'm going to fold over the important information on the top since I'm broadcasting this online. And then this is just our bank statement. So you can tell, like on our bank statement, we just don't have that much because we funnel a lot through our credit card. So what you're going to do, and you've probably already seen, see how mine is kind of color-coded? So you're going to go through your bank statement, and you're going to highlight everything in yellow that is food. So everything that you purchase that is food for you guys to consume at home. Now, if you went to eat out, that's going to be something different. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So if you say you ran to Fred Meyer or Walmart and you know that you purchased food, just highlight that in yellow. And then your necessities. So this is going to be where the rubber meets the road. You're going to feel like your cell phone bill's a necessity. It actually isn't. So necessities are things like housing, your mortgage payment, that's a necessity, your electric bill, gas for your car. I mean, those are things like if you have to go to work, you've got to make that happen. You can survive without your cell phone. You can. I'm not going to tell you to shut your cell phone off, but I'm just saying you can survive without that, but you need gas to be able to get to your job. So gas, mortgage payment, anything like that are like the very basic things that you have to pay. And then gifts and giving. So say you give to like a charity, or if you go to church, if you give to your church, that's going to be something that you highlight in pink. And the necessities are going to be something that you highlight in purple. And I'm going to put a little paragraph below this video in the group and write all this out. So your food will be yellow, your necessities will be purple, your gifts and giving will be pink, and then this is the category that's probably going to hurt the most. We're going to call this one fat. Where is the extra, the fat in your budget that you're just spending? So this is stuff like your cell phone bill, eating out, You know, maybe you stopped at the gas station and got gas and then got a coffee. That coffee would be an extra expense. Your kids' soccer sign-up fee, anything like that's extra. And again, I am not here to tell you how to spend your money. That is not going to be what this is about. It's going to be your decision on what you cut back on. Like for me, I still have my cell phone, and I could choose to cut my cell phone bill back more, but I would rather cut back in other areas because I have an iPhone, and I think I pay $70 a month for this because I have, with my job and stuff, I just need unlimited texting and data and stuff like that. But so this for me is something that I will keep how it is because that's important to me. So like I said, you are going to look at your breakdown. So this week you're going to take your bank statements and you're going to do that. Now on a separate piece of paper, you're going to add up. First of all, I want you to say what was your starting balance for that month in your bank account? So say last month, August 1st, what did you have in your bank account when you started? Did you have $1,800? Did you have $5,800? Did you have $10? Like what was that starting balance? And then below that, you're going to put your ending balance. So what did you end on? And then under that, you're going to put food, and then next to that, what you spent on food. Then necessities, what you spent on necessities, and then gifts giving, what you spent on that, and then your fat, what you spent on your fat. And basically how you're going to pay off your debt is we're going to look, how much fat do I have extra? So, you know, during the month, you don't think about the fact that you're spending $60 on coffee because we go once here, once there. So it's really going to kind of call you out on how much am I spending? Okay, I'm spending $60 on coffee. Well, I could cut that back to $30, and then I'd have $30 to put towards that credit card bill that I need to pay off or whatever. So that's where we're going to find that extra money. I will talk to you about, I mean, I can definitely talk about opportunities where you can make more money, but where it stands now, without getting a pay increase, without getting a second job, you can pay off your debt. You have the money to pay off your debt. This is me helping you, me helping myself find that extra money, and instead of spending it on the coffee or eating out all the time, we're going to cut that down and take that now money and pour it to your debt. And the thing that I have found is I was not aware of how much I was spending. I did not keep track. Let's confess, because that will make you feel better. I know misery loves company. When I did this, I found out that I spent $120 a month on coffee. I was driving through and getting coffees. A big thing that I loved to do was take friends coffee. So a few times a week I'd want to take a friend coffee. I was shocked and super embarrassed that I spent that much, because here I am making the minimum payment on my school loan, and granted, I think my school loan now is down to like $8,000, but still, I could have paid that off by now. Like, I just had no idea. So if nothing else, I hope this class really helps you see where your money's going. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you what you can spend eating out. If you find out that you spend $300 a month eating out and you are like, you know what, that's important to me, whatever. Like, you have to do what you're going to stick with. I have found that cutting things down, so instead of saying, okay, I'm going from spending $130 a month to nothing on coffee, well, I just cut that back to $20 a month. So I bought myself a coffee gift card for that coffee place, and when it's gone, it's gone. And then I'm able to take that extra money and put it towards my debt. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about debt and what debts to pay off. Again, I'm not an expert. I will just share with you what I've been doing. So this week, homework, print off August bank statements, go through that, find your food, find your necessities, find your gifts, find your fat. And then what you're going to want to do is, I want you to take and add up all your necessities. What I did too was I added up my necessities and my giving, because I have a heart for giving, and I'd rather cut back the extra spending than the giving. So what I did was I added up my necessities and my giving, and what I decided was a good amount to spend on food. I realized another thing when I did this was I was spending way too much on food. I was going to the grocery store and purchasing food for 2 weeks, but then I was also going back during the week and buying more. So one thing I'll talk about and just again share with you what I'm doing is what I did to cut my food budget down. So now our family of 5, I am only spending $120 a week on food, and we eat really healthy. So I will share with you just different things that I've done that have helped me do that. And again, this is going to be personal preference. If you don't have any desire to do some of the things that I've done to cut my budget down, if you would rather spend more on food and cut back in other areas, it is totally up to you. No one in this group is going to judge you for your choice. Most of you know that I do fitness coaching, and I tell my clients all the time, you have to choose something that you're going to stick with. So I would much rather spend half, say I was spending $300 a month eating out, I would much rather cut it back to $150 if I knew I was going to be able to stick with that, than cut it down to like $20 a month and then all of a sudden like binge on eating out and spend like $600 because I was so deprived. So you need to know what you're going to be able to stick with and what's going to work for you. So that's a huge thing. So I'm looking forward to, don't share your bank statements. We don't need to do that, but comment below that you've printed out your bank statement and that you're working through highlighting it. I just want to know that you're doing that. Also, I want to know what nights work for you to do our video. So how it works is I'm going to be putting it on my computer right here. So I'm going to put the War on Debt video on my computer, and then I'm just going to screen share. So it's going to be a video just like this that you watch live. But we have to set up a time. I cannot record it because it's a copyright infringement. So if one night a week doesn't work for everybody, which I'm assuming that it won't, I'm willing to do 2 nights a week. And then I know there are going to be some people that just cannot make it to the class and watch. Again, this is not something that you have to have a quiet house for. You're going to be muted the whole time. You're just going to be listening. So if you have kids or whatever running around, don't feel like you have to have a silent house. I'm not going to hear a peep out of you. Like, I won't hear anything from you. So if you have 15 children running around, it sounds like, a stampede in your house. It doesn't matter. Put headphones in, watch the class. So those of you that can't make it to those whatever 2 nights that we choose, I apologize. Majority wins, but what I will do is I will make a video kind of paraphrasing what she talked about, and you're still going to be able to get a ton out of this class. So again, I'm really proud of you guys for making the effort to be a part of this, and I'm really proud of you for taking the time to really change the course of your life and your family's life. Debt is something, especially in this country, that is crippling, and I know the stress and the weight of it, and I'm really proud of you for taking a step and wanting to change that for you and your family. So give yourselves a pat on the back. I'm really proud of you guys. So I'm excited to have you in the class, and I will post this evening some options for nights that are going to work for our live class that we're going to do. And I hope you guys are excited. This is going to be hard. It sucks, but in a really good way. And like I said, I'm doing this with you, so we're all in this together. And I learn something new every time. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Okay.